You guys, it is time for the autumn TBR. It is finally time to start talking about the cozier, comfier, colder months, and I am so here for it after the longest summer I think I've ever had. So the lighting is a bit crazy today because I've had to film this video a bit later than I usually do because I am looking after my niece today, so I've had to fit this in where I can, but hopefully you guys can ignore that and just get excited with me for the reads of autumn. So I have around 11 books on this TBR, so just get started in no particular order. We have House of Bane and Blood by Alex L. Menard. This is the Vows of Vengeance duet. I love this cover and the second cover is also beautiful. I want to read this duet. I don't want to start no big series because I just want to read a few little fantasy duets and then get ready for Throne of Glass, especially because I'm about to finish the ACOTAR series. I'm like nearly 40% into A Court of Silver Flames, so I'm gonna need a break from like a series, and so I thought this one would be a good book to jump into because from what I know, it's fantasy but with Peaky Blinder vibes. That's kind of all I needed to know, to be honest. Can we look at that character art? Yeah, I need to know them immediately, I really do. I actually have no clue what this is about. I once vowed that if I met a member of the Atano family, I'd kill them. Instead, I married one. Oh, yeah. Very excited for this one. And then we have The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. Now technically this is actually a big series, but I just want to read this, the novella, and then the second book in this duet for right now. Will I read the other books? Hopefully. Hopefully I love these books so much that I want to. But as of right now, my plan is just those 3 books because that's what I want to read. So I'm very, very excited for this one. This has been on my physical TBR for way too long. And honestly, all I know is that there's vampires. And honestly, that's all I have to know to want to read a book. Vampires. Yeah, that's it. I'm down. I'm so down. I'm so ready. Ooh. Human or vampire, the rules of survival are the same. Never trust, never yield, and always, always guard your heart. I feel like I'm going to struggle to pick which one I want to read first. This next book is not an autumnal read at all, but it's just a book I want to read in September or October. So that is The Right Move by Liz Tomfordy. I have been wanting to read this book for ages, but where I've been reading the ACOTAR series, I just haven't picked it up, so I want to read this immediately. Honestly, will probably be one of the first books I pick up after I finish A Court of Silver Flames, so I am so excited for this book. I know I'm gonna love it. It is a potential 5-star. I'm very excited. I actually cannot wait for this book. The next one is Wretched by Emily McIntyre. This is a Wizard of Oz fractured fairy tale is what Emily likes to call them. I read the first 2 books in a series and absolutely loved them, but I read them ages ago, okay, about 2 years ago. So it has been a while since I've been in this series, and honestly I kind of forgot that I had this book or even had the other 2 books in a series, so I now need to hurry up and just finish this series. I am very excited for this though because, as I said, I really did enjoy the other books, so I should have a fun time with this. And A Wizard of Oz fractured fairy tale isn't something I've ever read, so I'm very excited for this. I then have Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. I love Hannah Bonham Young. I've only read 2 books by her, but Out on a Limb was a 5-star read, and then Next of Kin was like a 4.35, I think, maybe even a 4.75. I really did have a good time with that one, but this one I'm very excited for because it has the best friend of our main character in Out on a Limb, so I'm very excited for this one. It's not a potential 5-star. I don't think it will be a 5-star, but I'm still so excited and it just really gives me autumn vibes, so very excited. It's such a short read too, so I will fly through this one, so once again, very excited. I think this one will be such a fun time. Okay, this book is definitely a priority for this year, and that is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. I have had this one on my TBR for way too long. I would like to read it because I want to know the hype. I also want to know the hate. I want to understand, okay? I feel like I've been left out of the loop. I want to be in the loop. So definitely want to read this, and I just also love the cover. Like, I really do love the cover. I know this series is such a hit or miss, and I want to know what it is for me, so very excited for this one. I then have Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. This is a book I have wanted to read for the longest time, and so I just really want to read it during autumn or even winter. So if I don't get around to it in autumn, I will be happy to read it in winter, but I just really want to read this book because I've just heard it's incredible. So yeah, definitely excited for this one. I have just heard the best things, and I also know her standalone that just come out that's connected to this duet is incredible, like incredible, 5 stars everywhere. So that has made me so excited to read these, and then also the standalone. So hopefully I love these. Next is a book I've had on my physical TBR for way too long, and that is A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. I actually don't know how long I've had this on my TBR, but like I'm thinking about 3 years, maybe even 4. So it is time we get this book off my physical TBR because I still want to read it. Like, I still want to read it, so I need to read it. So this is also another priority, 100%. I'm honestly really excited for this one. So let me know, have you read this? Did you like it? What were your thoughts? And then we have another one that has been on my physical TBR for way too long, probably the same amount of time as A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, and that is Kid by Jessie Hall. I absolutely loved Hawk, a 5-star read. So I'm incredibly excited for this one because it follows a character you meet in Hawk, and I'm just so excited for this one. And for the last physical book on this list, I have Deviant King. This is the first book in the Royal Elite series. Technically Cruel King comes first, but Deviant King is next. I would honestly like to read the whole trilogy in the series, so it's Deviant King, Steel Princess, and Twisted Kingdom. This is all one couple's story, so if I can, I would really love to just binge this trilogy in the series because I really loved Cruel King. Unpopular opinion, I loved it, and I'm so excited for this trilogy within the series. I'm honestly just so excited for the series as a whole, but I'm very excited for these characters. So yeah, I cannot wait to binge their story. I feel like it's going to be one of those series that like once you start you can't stop, because when I read Cruel King I didn't have the other books and I really wanted to binge it, but I had told myself no, and so I feel like once I start it again I'm just not going to be able to stop. Like, I really will just want to binge the whole series. So honestly, we'll see. We'll see. And the last book on this list is one I don't own but I am very excited for, and that is The Bonfire and Bliss Bookstore by Brittany Nicole. I absolutely loved Darling Daffodil's Farm, and I need to get my hands on this one. I'm so excited for it. I loved the small town aspect. I loved every character in this series, so I'm just so excited to hop back in. So I will be buying this one very soon. Hopefully we can do like a little shopping vlog and we can go find it somewhere. I don't know where we will go, but fingers crossed we can get that done. But yeah, really want to read this one, and it's already out from what I know. I think it came out like 2 days ago, so yeah, very excited. But that is my autumn TBR. I know it wasn't very autumnal, but it's just books that give me the autumn vibe, or just books I want to read in autumn. It doesn't have to be very autumnal, I guess. But yeah, I am so excited for the autumn season, or what a lot of people would call fall. I'm just, yeah, very excited. I can't wait to get comfy, get cozy under a blanket and have a book in my hand. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, I'd really appreciate if you to like and subscribe, maybe leave a comment, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.